Good day, Colonel.
Good day, my lord.
Colonel, you were told that you are compelled to tell the truth, nothing else but the truth. Do you remember?
Yes, that is correct, my lord.
Kenya ukutsheliwe ukuthi ke uphoqelekile ukuthi ukhuluma iqiniso lodwa hayi okunye yebo ngiyakhumbula ngosenkantolo.
But you were not told what are the consequences of making a false statement under oath.
Kodwa ke awutshelwanga ukuthi ke imiphumela yokuthi ke wenze istatement ekungasona noma engasilona iqiniso siyini ngaphansi kwesifungo noma uthathe isifungo.
Yes, I was not told.
Yebo akutshelwanga lokho.
Do you know the consequences of making a false statement under oath?
Yes, I know.
Ngabe uyayazini ke imiphumela yokwenza ke istatement esingasilona iqiniso ngaphansi kwesifungo? Yebo ngiyasazi.
What are those consequences, Colonel?
The consequences is I'm a criminally liable of be punished for making a false statement under oath.
Ukuthi ke ngokomthetho kwezobulelesi ke ukuthi ke ngathi ngijezisweke ngokuthi ke ngisho okungasilona iqiniso.
Yesterday, during your interaction with my colleagues, you testified that you met Brigadier Gininda at King Shaka International Airport between 2021 and 2022. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember, my lord.
Izolo utshele noma ke utshele ke inkantolo yakho ukuthi wahlangana noBrigadier Gininda eKing Shaka Airport phakathi ko-2021 no-2022. Yebo ngiyakhumbula.
And then you also added a qualification that by that time you were not fully fit.
Yes, my lord.
Wangeza ke ngokuthi ke ngaleso sikhathi leso ke wawungekalulamike noma ke nanjengoba wawungaphathekile kahle. Yebo ngosenkantolo.
And today you told this court through when you were giving your evidence that you met Brigadier Gininda between the year 2019 and 2020.
That is correct, my lord.
Namhlanje ke watshela wenkantolo ukuthi wahlangana noBrigadier Gininda phakathi kwa-2019 no-2020. Yebo ngosenkantolo.
Please the court. The state is omitting something. As he was about to prefer the answer, he said, I would really not really remember that something that the state is omitting in the supposition.
Khona ke kushiwo umshushisi ke kuleyo nkulumo leyo ukuthi la ufakazi uthe khona ke ukuthi angikhumbuli.
Colonel, I am in charge now. I'm asking you questions. Whatever the defense wants to clarify, they will do that during re-examination.
I understood.
Imina ke manje ke Kenya ukuza imibuzo nanoma yini ke abameli abafuna ke noma bafisa ukuthi ke baqaqele kuyona ke bazokwenza lokho uma bethola ithuba futhi.
Do you understand that
Objection, my lord. That is procedural. That's procedural. We cannot just be seated here as dummies when wrong suppositions have been posed to this witness. Because the state is also supposed to be very fair. And that process is also assisting this court now. The state cannot simply stand up and say, I'm now in charge of the cross-examination. But if the state is putting wrong suppositions to this witness and then I'm supposed to be seated down here and not raise concerns or objections simply because the state is in charge, that does not happen.
Which is the wrong supposition?
This witness,
Yeah.
the state says to this witness, today you said that you met Brigadier Gininda between 2021 and 2022. Now, but I am saying what this defense, what Mr. Advocate Sibande is omitting in that which is put into this witness was to the effect that this witness said, I'm really not so certain, but it could be between 2021 and 2022.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. So I am saying let the state put a proper supposition, I mean a correct supposition in terms of what the answer to this witness was. Not to omit one aspect of the answer and put that which the state thinks they suit them.
Tell him how to put it.
Thank you, my lord. I am now being a state. The court is inviting me to teach the state on how to put that answer. Mr. Witness, is it correct that today, when you were asked as to when did you meet Brigadier Gininda, your answer was to the following effect? My lord, I can't really remember well, but it could have been between 2021 and 2022. Thank you, my lord. That is how the question was supposed to be posed.
ukuthi-ke umbuzo bekufanele ukuthi-ke Colonel shilo-ke ukuthi-ke kwasenkantolo angisakhumbuli-ke kodwa ushilo ukuthi-ke kwakungenzeka-ke ukuthi kwakungaba phakathi ko-2021 no-2022 uba ngihlangana noBrigadier Gininda.
Colonel, is that what you said?
Today,
Yes?
no, today I said,
Good.
if I can remember correctly, it was in 2019, 2020. I'm not sure.
Lana-ke
Wa-
sorry Colonel, sorry.
Okay.
Engikushilo namuhla ukuthi-ke angikhumbuli kahle kodwa-ke ngaba phakathi ko-2019 no-2020. Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah, because today my recollection tells me that in 2021, my lord, 2021 January, if I am, yeah, January 2021, my lord, I was blind,
Ngoba-ke
totally blind.
uma
I was in
ngikhumbula-ke
hospital for almost 3 months to the operational board eyes. Even today, go for an injection on this eye.
today.
Even nowadays,
days.
Okay.
I'm going the 17th of this
Okay.
month for an injection.
Okay. Ngoba-ke ngithe ukukhumbula-ke ngathi-ke ngoJanuary kwakhe wango-2021 ngingaboni nje lutho, ngingaboni nenhlobo ngosenkantolo ukuthi-ke ngangisesibhedlela ukuthi hospital for
For
women
3 months.
iy'nyanga ey'ntathu nanjengoba sikhuluma-ke manje kufanele-ke ngazo i-17 zayo le nyanga ngiyeke esibhedleleni noma-ke emtholampilo ngiyohlatshwa-ke i-injection yeliso.
So do you then realize those 2 time periods you gave differ materially?
I beg your pardon, my lord.
I'm saying these 2 time periods that you provided, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, they differ materially.
No, as I indicated through my recollection, I cannot remember that it was 2019, 2020, beginning of 2020.
Ingabe-ke manje ngabe uyabona-ke ukuthi kunomehluko nje omkhulu-ke phakathi kwa-2021 2021 2022 no-2019 2020 nanjengoba ngisho-ke ukuthi-ke ngokukhumbula-ke manje ngiye ngakhumbula-ke ukuthi kwakuphakathi ka-2019 no-2020.
Thank you. Let's make progress. Was General Kumalo in that meeting at King Shaka Airport?
I was with him, my lord.
Ingabe wayekhona yini uGeneral Khumalo kuloyo mhlangano loyo eKing Shaka Airport? Ngangindawonye naye nkosenkantolo.
And then do you confirm that at that time General Kumalo was your principal?
That is correct, my lord.
Ngabe yaqinisekisa-ke yini ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso-ke uGeneral Khumalo uyena-ke owaye umphathi wakho phecelezi ku-principal wakho? Yebo nkosenkantolo.
And then do you confirm that you provided information to Brigadier Gininda regarding this Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018?
That is correct, my lord.
Ngabe yaqinisekisa yini-ke ukuthi-ke khona-ke ulwazi phecelezi information owayinikeza uBrigadier Gininda ngalo lelo cala leli Nongoma 163 10 of 2018? Yebo nkosenkantolo.
Do you remember the nature of the information that you provided?
Yes, my lord.
Ngabe usakhumbula lokho owakusho yena? Yebo nkosenkantolo.
What was the information that was provided?
The name of the suspect was arrested in that case, and whether was any firearm recovered, and then the ballistic report, whether we do have any docket.
Kwakuyigama-ke lomsolwa owaboshwa lapho nokuthi kwakunesibambo yini-ke esasikhona lapho nokuthi futhi-ke ngabe wawukhona yini umbiko wemiphumela yeyibhamu phecelezi-ke i-ballistic report kwidokodo.
Thank you. Now, let's put that information in abeyance for now and then we'll revisit it later. Do you know any of the accused before court?
I only know one.
Ngabe-ke abasolwa phambi kwenkantolo uyabazi uyedwa kuphela engimaziyo,
Who do you know?
Accused number 5.
umsolwa wesihlanu.
How do you know him?
I once investigate his matter as an accused in one of my matters. Nongo.
Umazi kanjani-ke ngake ngaphenya-ke elinye lamacala-ke wayomsolwa khona-ke kwaNongoma?
Did you personally arrest him?
I was not present when he was arrested him. I only took the docket after January 2019.
Ngabe-ke waboshwa wena yini? Ngangingekho ngesikhathi-ke noma ngelanga ayeboshwa ngalo kodwa-ke ngathatha-ke idokodo emuva koJanuwari 2019. 19.
2019, yes.
2019.
And do you know the whereabouts of accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 26th of October 2014?
No.
Ingabe uyazi ukuthi babe kuphi nendawo umsolo wokuqala, wesibili, wesithathu, wesine nge-26 October 2014? Cha.
Is it please the court, Mr. This witness has spoken about him having investigated a case that involves accused number 5. Now the next question is, do you know accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Where were they on the 26th of October 2014? In which case?
In which
Just
case,
a clarification, yes.
The matter before this court is Phosphorus case 636 of 10/2014. Incident that happened on the 26th of October 2014.
Icala ke phambi kwale nkantolo Phosphorus case 66 of 10/2014 okanye isigameko senzeka nge-26 October 2014.
I do not know, my lord, where they were, because by that time I was stationed in Fried. So Nongoma is about 135 kilometers away from Fried.
Angazi ke ukuthi babe kuphi ke ngosenkantolo ngaleso sikhathi leso ngoba ke mina ngisebenza ke Friday ngaleso sikhathi Friday noma ke uNongoma ke usuke Friday ibanga ke lama kilometer awu 135.
Thank you. And you also confirm that you were investigating Nangoma case 163 of 10/2014. No, 2018. My apologies for that.
That is correct, my lord.
Yebo ngishilo ke kuyiqiniso ukuthi ke ngaphenya ke icala leli uNongoma 163 of 10/2018.
And then you confirm that there was only one suspect.
That is correct, my lord.
Uyaqinisekisa nokuthi kwakunomsolo oyedwa? Yebo ngosenkantolo.
And you confirm that there's only one firearm.
That is correct, my lord. One firearm.
Uyaqinisekisa nokuthi kwakunesibhamu esisodwa? Yebo ngosenkantolo.
As well as ammunition.
That is correct, my lord.
Kanye nezinhlamvu? Yebo ngosenkantolo.
Thank you. And then during your investigation of that case, did you establish from the docket now, from A1 to, I don't know, to what is the last index on the docket, the source or the nature, where does the firearm originate from?
It was quite difficult, my lord, to find the originality of the firearm because the serial number was filed off, and then the ballistic also were unable to retrieve the serial number. As a result, it was unable to find out where the firearm originates from.
Ingabe ke ukusuka kuyona ke A1 angazi ke ukuthi ke inamba yokugcina ke uDokodo igcina kuphi ke ukuthi ukuthola ukuthi ke isibhamu leso ke sasibuya kuphi nendawo. Kwangalula ke ngosenkantolo ukwenza lokho ngoba ke kwatholakala ke ukuthi inamba ke phecelezi serial number ayikho kanye nayo ke noma eballistic la abahlola khona ibhamu abazange bakwazi ke ukuthola leyo number leyo ngingakho ke kwakunzima ke ukuthola ukuthi ke sasibuya kuphi nendawo.
Thank you. And then you confirm that there was an interview that was held with the suspect in this case, correct?
Yes, my lord.
Uyaqinisekisa ke nokuthi yayikhona ke inhlolokhono eyayikhona ke kanye nayo umsolo kulona icala lelo? Yebo ngosenkantolo.
Sorry, which interview are you talking about?
Interview the suspect, my lord, a warning statement.
Which interview?
Warning statement, interview the
You
suspect
mean it was by him or whoever?
by whoever that
Yeah, fine.
proceeded, yes.
Makhuluma ngayo ke interview phecelezi ke inhlolokhono lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke phecelezi ke i-warning statement.
Do you have a warning statement?
Sorry?
Do we have a warning statement in Nongoma case
Yes,
160?
there is, my lord.
Ngabe sikhona ke i-statement esisixwayiso ke phecelezi ke i-warning statement kulona ke icala leli u-163/10/2018? Yebo sikhona ngosenkantolo.
And then did you personally conduct the taking of that warning statement?
No, it was not myself who conducted it. It was the people who arrested him on the crime scene.
Ingabe kwakuwena ke owathatha ke leso statement kuyena ke umsolo? Cha, kwangemina kodwa ke abantu ekuyibona abambopha lapho kwindawo yesigameko.
And then after the warning statement was obtained as the investigating officer, did you go through that warning statement?
Yes, I did.
Sesithathiwe ke statement leso ke nango njengomseshike noma umphenyi wecala ingaba wasibheka wasifunda yini yebo ngakwenza lokho.
Was there any information that you could investigate as a result of that warning statement?
Yes, there was.
Kwakukhona yini ke ulwazi ke phecelezi ke information owangabangela ukuthi ke wenze uphenyo kulona ngenxa yaleso statement leso yebo.
Do you recall what was the information?
So on the warning statement, there are two aspects that the accused indicated. One of which is the last one said, I'm not prepared to write anything from you, but I'm prepared to make my statement before court.
Kunezinto ezimbili ke azisho ke lapho umsola ukuthi ke angiyimisele ukuthi ngenze istatement phambi kwenu noma phambi kwakho kodwa ke enkantolo noma phambi kwenkantolo.
And that aspect that he indicated according to the warning, he did mention to the arresting officer, with this firearm that you found me in possession of, I bought it from Gauteng for 1,800 rand.
Washo ke futhi ke kwiphoyisa lelo ke kuyilona ke elalimbopha ke ukuthi ke isibhamu lesi ke osithole kumina ngasithenga eGoli nge-1,800.
Do you agree with me then that information ought to be investigated?
That is correct, officer did.
Ngabe uyavuma ukuthi lokho ke kwakufanele ukuthi kwenziwe uphenyo yebo ngiyavuma yinto futhi engayenza.
And then what investigations did you conduct?
It was negative, my lord, in the sense that the accused even failed to tell me whereabouts in Gauteng where he met that certain guy.
Akuzange kube noma ke kube nempumelelo kuloko ngoba kwayena ke umsolo akazange angitsheleke noma ke noma azange aphumelele ukuthi angitshele ukuthi ke yikuphi nendawo la ahlangana khona naloyo mlisa loyo.
So, but you confirmed there was a sale of this firearm somewhere in Gauteng.
That was his version, yes. That was his version. So I wanted to follow that version, of which it was difficult because the accused did not indicate to me whereabouts in Gauteng is a province.
Ngabe uyavuma ke ukuthi ke kona yilokho ke akutshela kona ke lokho noma yilokho ke abakusho yebo nokuthi ke sadayiswa isibhamu kokukhona ukudayiswa kwaleso sibhamu leso yebo ngiyavuma ke kodwa akazange angitshela indawo ukuthi kwenzeka kuphi nendawo eGoli ngoba iGoli isifundazwe.
Thank you. And then that's where the investigation stopped.
Stopped. Yes, my lord, it stopped because it was impossible for me just to drive from KZN to Gauteng whereabouts.
Uyavuma ukuthi yila uphenyo lwaseluma khona lungaqhubekike yebo kwesenkantolo ngoba ke kwakungekholula ke kumina ukuthi manje ngangisengizoshayela ke ukubuya ukusuka eKZN ngize eGoli ngithi ngiza kuphi nendawo eGoli.
Did you profile Qiniselani Buthelezi?
Yes, there is a profile need already profiling.
Ingabe ke imininingwane yakhe ke uqiniselani lena ke ingabe ke nayi faka ke kuyena ke isystem ukuthi nibheke ke nimbheke yena ke yebo khona ke ekubizwa ngokuthi ke iprofile la lona idokodo.
Did you confirm his address?
I did confirm the address after first appearance for the purpose of bail application.
Ngabe waqinisekisa ke la ahlala khona ikheli lakhe yebo ngakwenza ke lokho emuva kokuthi ke sebingelele imantshi ihlandla loqala lokho kwenzelwa ke isicelo sebail.
Where was his address?
In Nongoma.
No, you can refer to your docket.
Okay.
Ngabe lalikuphi ikheli lakhe lalikwaNongoma.
Ethi kwaNongoma ethi Machamhlophe. Near Machamhlophe store.
Kwaku ikheli bhaliwe kwaNongoma Machamhlophe eduze nesitolo iMachamhlophe.
Yes.
Thank you.
And also I was also assisted by one of member of the family. I cannot recall his name, who directed me.
You don't have to mention the name of that person. It's fine.
Sorry?
You don't have to mention the name of the person that
Okay.
directed you.
All right.
Khona ke nelunga lomndeni ke waphekela ngisiza ke umshushise umtshela ukuthi asikho isidingo sokuthi ushigama ke laleyo muntu loyo.
And then during the arrest, was a cell phone recovered from him?
There's no mention of any cell phone, it was not recovered. He only provided his cell phone number to us, but there was no cell phone that was recovered from him.
Ngaba-ke ngelanga lokuboshwa kwakhe khona yini umakhalekhukhwini owathola kuyena, akukho-ke okushiwo noma okubhaliwe-ke nomakhalekhukhwini ukuthi nje wasinikeza-ke inamba yakhe.
Did you apply for Section 205 subpoena to the service provider of that cell phone number?
No, we did not.
Ingabe-ke nabhalela yini-ke phecelezi-ke kuyindawo-ke zama-cellphone i-network provider ukuthi-ke nitholeke noma nenze sona-ke isicelo esibizwa ngokuthi-ke i-Section 205 cha azange sikwenze lokho.
And then since he indicated that he bought the firearm from someone in Gauteng, did you investigate his banking records?
No, I did not.
Nanjengoba washo-ke ukuthi-ke isibhamu wasithenga-ke noma kunomuntu asithenga kuyena-ke eGoli, ingaba-ke irekhodi lakhe-ke lasebhange walenza yini uphenyo? Cha, angizange ngikwenze lokho.
Thank you. So basically, that's what you have done in this matter regarding this docket.
Yes.
Ilokho nje owakwenza-ke kulecala mayelana nalo idokodo lelo, yebo.
Thank you. And let's then fast forward to the time when you met Brigadier Geninda in 2019-2020. You then provided this information to Brigadier Geninda that there is a suspect called Teniselani Buthelezi as well as the lab number. Correct?
Yes, that is correct, my lord.
Asiye-ke manje-ke la uhlangana khona naye uBrigadier Geninda, wamtshela-ke uBrigadier Geninda ukuthi kunomsolo owuqiniselane Buthelezi kanye futhi-ke ne-lab number, yebo ngosenkantolo.
And then you confirmed that you also at some stage encountered members of the cold case unit regarding Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018, where they wanted to have access to the docket.
Beg your pardon?
I'm saying at some stage you encountered members of the cold case unit.
Although I did not meet them, they called me.
Oh, they called you.
Uyasho-ke ukuthi kunesikhathi la khona-ke wahlangana-ke nethimba leli-ke elibuya ngaphansi kwayo i-cold case unit. Cha, angizange ngihlangane nabo, baxhumana nami ngocingo.
And it was Sergeant Mukhani.
If you remember, it was him.
Yebo kwakuyena-ke owaxhumana nami uSergeant Mukhani.
What was the request to you?
He indicated to me that he was at Nongoma, come to look for case 163. Now he learned that the case is with me. So if I can provide him with the copies of the docket.
Awangitshela kona-ke uSergeant Mukhani ukuthi-ke wayekwanongoma ngaleso sikhathi leso nokuthi-ke wayefisa-ke ukuthi atholeke u-case 163 10/2018 uzwile-ke ukuthi-ke imina-ke wayophethe ubecela-ke amakhophi alo idokodo lelo.
And then it was your evidence that you directed Sergeant Mukhana to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions in KwaZulu-Natal, correct?
That is correct.
Ushilo-ke ukuthi wasumtshela-ke ukuthi-ke aye ehhovisi-ke lamshushisi noma lamashushisi e-KZN, yebo kuyiqiniso.
Where copies of the Nongoma case 163 of 10/2018 was made.
I later learned that they got the copies after communicating with the advocate who was dealing with the matter.
Kwaba yinto engayizwa-ke kamuva ukuthi-ke ngempela-ke amakhophi namakhophi-ke bayithola-ke kuyena-ke umshushisi u-advocate okuyena-ke wayephethe icala.
At that stage where they made the request for the copies of the docket, were you privy to the information that Sergeant Mukhana had at the time?
Not at all, my lord.
Ngaleso sikhathi leso-ke ababecela ngaso ikhophi-ke ingabe-ke loko awayenako noma-ke phecelezi-ke ulwazi noma information awayenayo uSergeant Mukhani ngabe wawunolwazi lwayo yini? Cha, ngosenkantolo.
And then you testified about page 5 of the docket, correct?
Yes, my lord.
Mebethula ubufakazi-ke ukhulumile ngo-page 5 walo idokodo, yebo ngosenkantolo.
You said there's information that ought to appear on page 5 of the docket, correct?
Yes, my
Ukuthi-ke
lord.
kukhona-ke ekufanele ukuthi kubhaliwe-ke ku-page 5, yebo ngosenkantolo.
But you went on to say that the information of accused number 2 does not appear on that page, correct?
That is correct, my lord, in this docket that I'm having.
Ushilo-ke ukuthi-ke imininingwane yakho umsolo wesibili ayikho kuleyo page, yebo kulelo dokodo mina enginalo.
Can you confirm that on the 16th of June 2020, that docket was lying somewhere in KZN, either in your office or in the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions?
It was with the Director of Public Prosecution, not with me.
Ungaqinisekisa ukuthi ngeyi-16 zikaJune 2020 idokodo lelo lali kunehhovisi thizeni ke eKZN noma kwihhovisi lakho noma ke elomshushisi lali kwihhovisi likamshushisi hayi kumina.
So you will not expect to see the details of accused number 2 on that docket that is before you.
Just simplify for me the
You're
question.
saying the docket is in KZN.
Yes,
Accused is being detained, taken through the processes of SAPS in Pretoria North on the 16th of June 2020.
yes.
Yes. So I'm saying you do not expect to find that information of accused number 2 that was obtained on the 16th of June 2020 in that docket that is in front of you.
Yes, yes, my lord.
Manje ke ngeyi-16 zikaJune kwakungalindeleke ukuthi imininingwane kamsolo wesibili ingaba kulelo dokodo usushilo ukuthi lalise KZN umsolo wesibili kena ulana ke eGoli ePretoria North awulindeleke ukuthi imininingwane yakhe ingaba lapho kulelo dokodo lelo elise KZN yena eseGauteng. Yebo ngosenkantolo.
The reason being, this is a possession of an licensed firearm found in Mr. Buthelezi
Isizathu
alone. There was nobody who was accompanying him or was with Mr. Buthelezi. So I would not expect that in this docket they're going to be accused number 2 because accused number 1 was alone during the time of arrest.
Isizathu ke ingoba ke lana umsolo wakhe kwakuyena ke umnumzana Buthelezi wayeyedwa ke ngaleso sikhathi leso ke eboshwa kutholwa ke isibhamu kanye nenhlamvu kuyena waye angilindeleke ukuthi ke bakungaba noma kungabhalwa umsolo wesibili ngoba wayehamba yedwa akekho umuntu awayendawonye naye.
Was it not your evidence before court that you are not privy to the information that Mokhane had on the 16th of June 2020?
Yes, I said so, my lord.
Ingabe bengasibona yini ubufakazi bakho ukuthi wawungazi ukuthi ke umkhane yena ngakolwakho uhlangothi wayenani noma yiphi ke information awayenayo? Yebo ngosenkantolo ngishilo.
And then you are privy to the information as contained in the warning statement that Piniselani Buthelezi bought the firearm from someone in Gauteng.
Yes, my lord.
Kodwa ke uyakwazi ke lokhu okutshelwe uyena uqiniselani ukuthi ke kunomuntu asithenga kuyena isibhamu uqiniselani eGoli. Yebo.
Thank you. You know, there is a witness statement that was obtained by Sergeant Mokhane from a witness named Simpiwe Buthelezi. I will take you through the statement.
Listening, my lord.
Uyazile ukuthi ke kunestatement ke uSergeant Mokhane asithola ke kufakazi uSimpiwe Buthelezi ngizokufundela. Yebo ngilalela.
Are you aware of that statement?
Hey, my lord, I'm a little bit confused. We are dealing with a possession or a murder. If it's a murder, I don't have a privy, I don't have a statement that was obtained with respect to a murder.
Anginasiqiniseko ke lana nkosikazi noma nginokudideka ke lana nkosenkantolo angazi noma sikhuluma lana ngecala lokubulala noma ke icala lokutholakala unesibhamu uma ukuthi ke istatement leso ke istatement esihlangene nokuthi ke nokubulala phecelezi ke imurder akukho engikwaziyo ngaso.
Now I am talking about the investigation that Sergeant Mokhane conducted, sir.
Okay, thanks, my lord. I'm listening.
Manje lana ngikhuluma ke ngophenyo olwenziwa uSergeant Mokhane. Yebo ngilalele.
Thank you. I will try to read from the record the statement that Mr. Mngomezulu took Brigadier Gininda through. The statement was read on the 23rd of January 2024 on page 25. It starts on paragraph number 20. Mr. Gininda, I, Simpiwe Buthelezi, state under oath in English, I am an adult male born 5 March 1974 and residing at Kwanongoma, KwaZulu-Natal, and currently unemployed, and contact number. Or must I read it in full?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. At the moment, I know Qiniselani Buthelezi, or known him as Mkwanazi, from the same area in Mahlabatini village in Nongoma, where we both grew up. He's known hitman around Natal and Johannesburg. Qiniselani has committed many crimes such as murder, possession of different caliber of firearms. Some of the firearms that Qiniselani used in killing people are supplied to him by a well-known gun supplier by the name of Ntanzi Mafika, who also comes from Nongoma area. Ntanzi Mafika is a very quiet gentleman and no one cannot suspect him. He is a firearm supplier and ammunition. Bongani Mafika Ntanzi is working at TA6MT in Carltonville, where he is operating from together. And then said, yo, my lord, I'm struggling. I will try to read and make sense of what I'm reading. From together with brother, operating from together. You, I cannot see. Operating together with Basotho nationals. He is working together and operating with Basotho nationals. They supply the hitmen, I'm on page 27, and other kind of firearms and ammunition around the country, and sometimes hire firearms to hitmen. Qiniselani Buthelezi is a very connected person, and some of his cases are thrown out of court when he is arrested. Qiniselani, who sometimes hire people to help with bribe the police and the prosecutors and the magistrates. He even bragged that around November 2012, he was found in possession of an AK-47 and ammunition, and was, the court will bear with me, it is the handwriting. He further told the firearm was Bongani Ntazi's, Mafika Ntanzi, and he further told me that the AK-47 was one used to rob ShopRite in Vosloorus by Bongani Ntanzi and another man by the name of Nkani Ntuli and another unknown people to him. Policemen were shot. Then paragraph 20, around January 2014, I decided to move from Nongoma to stay in Mazulu Hostel in Vosloorus to try and make a living for myself so that I can make money, and I stayed working at a taxi rank, marshal, car and minibus, and the driver, which I know, approached by the name of taxi driver. My lord, the court will just have to bear with me. Paragraph 4, then my lord, he says he was approached by somebody at a taxi rank, taxi driver looking for a gun, where he was approached by a taxi driver looking for a gun to protect himself, and he specifically said he want a hot firearm, mentioning an unlicensed one known as a pistol. I immediately contacted Qiniselani. He hooked me up with Mafika Ntanzi, whom now stays in Johannesburg. Mafika Ntanzi brought a 9mm pistol, and I took it to the taxi driver and a 9mm myself. Then he received cash for the said transaction and ammunition, because as the middleman of the firearm and ammunition, I was, my lord, sincere apologies, the handwriting is difficult for me. Bongani Ntanzi used 2 firearms in Vosloorus house and surroundings, and had some secret meetings at the hostel with other people and shared certain things with me, and I'm talking about June 2014. There was time around October 2014 where we used to hang out around with the hostel from home in KwaNongoma by the name of Carlos. There was time in 2014 where I used to hang out with the homies from KwaNongoma. The name of those people, my lord, Carlos, Mapisa, Nkani, Muzi, in a room where Kwabeni resides. Kwabeni is also from KwaNongoma. Around November 2014, Bongani Ntanzi started to give me attention. He was always visiting me and sometimes bring firearm to show to people. I also noticed that he was not the same Bongani I know. He became distant, not talk like before. When I asked him, he said something is waking him, but I must not worry, he will solve it. We continued selling firearms to Qiniselani and other people, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, because there is a high demand of unlicensed firearm and ammunition. There was a time when Ntanzi Mafika worked from Carltonville to Rustenburg. He found a better shop in MTE, and he still continued supplying firearms and ammunition. On page 30, there was time around the year 2017 where Bongani sold a 9mm pistol with ammunition to Qiniselani. The pistol had special name and made Qiniselani to have power, bragging that he is carrying a very person. I don't know what is, my lord. And then on paragraph 10, pistol with a special handmade, and it was at Vosloorus. I did not know where Bongani Mafikantazi got this firearm from. He said he did not want to show me his supplier. Bongani Ntanzi was staying in Rustenburg and making money securing firearms, and I also heard from Tiniselani that Bongani is now making more money in that province. He also supplies more, it looks like more firearms in Marikana, and East Bongani Mafikantazi invited me to visit him in Rustenburg at Pukeng, and he said, and paragraph 23, if the court will bear with me, my lord, there is handwriting of the person who took the statement is difficult, where he kept and overheard him talking on the phone with Mapisa. He invited me to visit him in Carltonville and Rustenburg, where I overheard him talking on the phone with Mapisa that they did a good job by killing a union member in Marikana, and Mapisa must make sure that Kwabeni paid them the money because he did not want to be traced with the bank accounts. I heard that the person that was killed is a big person and a very powerful, and asked him if he's also started killing people. He said to me, it is a man's job he had to do because he need money to make a better living, and I warned him about it. Bongani used to keep small quantities of firearm and ammunition in his room, in the roof of his room, in a bag and the cover, and then in the blanket. I used to move around Nongoma and Fushleras pointing some point selling firearms for me and Bongani Ntanzi and Tiniselani, and he was our customer because by now then a higher price. Oh my lord, Tiniselani sometimes knew the firearm. He used the firearm to kill people, and I discovered that Tiniselani had a lot of cases which is being arrested arrested or investigated for killing people. Around June 2020, I went to Fort Flores and had Moses B and his girlfriend regarding he seriously hit his girlfriend regarding the Senzo Meiwa case, and attempted his father further paid a policeman to cancel out the case. Paragraph 9, I also heard that Bongani Ntanzi, Mapisa, Carlos, and Nkani Ntuli are involved in the murder of Senzo Meiwa. I was very angry at them because they've killed a very important person who was the national goalkeeper of our football club in Orlando Pirates. Around May 2020, I was approached and visited by Sergeant Mukhani and Sergeant Mabena and Sergeant Mukhani, my apologies, from the South African Police Service. I did not know how they found me because it was Carlos. I did not know by name Carlos. They started asking me how do I know Tiniselani Buthelezi and Bongani Ntanzi. Sergeant Mabena told me that I am a gun supplier and I'm supplying the hitmen with firearms and ammunition, and a lot of people were killed, and I became concerned and started shivering. I then cooperated with the police and told them that I know about Tiniselani Bongani Ntanzi. I told them that I heard that Tiniselani is arrested in Nongoma, and they asked me my gun involvement with Ntanzi and explained that I was a middleman. My gun dealings with Ntanzi, and I explained that I was a middleman just making money for myself. I voluntarily decided to work with the police to trade Bongani in Rustenburg, to trace Bongani in Rustenburg. On 16 June, I took the police to Pukeng and showed them a place where Bongani Ntanzi is staying. I also positively pointed him to Sergeant Mabena and Sergeant Mukhani. Bongani was not working at the time because of COVID-19. I am prepared to take the police to meet the witness that are also threatened by Ntanzi, Mapisa, Carlos Ntuli, Tiniselani, and their further names, and Joseph Dambo, Fuzile Bali, Tando Kumalo, Tsepo Mukwena, Nontobe Ositole, Dikeledi, Serape, and John Siyoka. I know and understand the contents, so it's basically the oath, my lord, and then it was signed and commissioned by Sergeant Mukhani 20 June the 16th at 1400. Yeah.
Sifunda-ke statement leso umshoshiso aqeda usifundela-ke iKhanel athi-ke statement sakhe uSimphiwe Buthelezi siqala lana-ke uthi-ke la inkantolo-ke sasifundwa noma-ke kwakufakazi lobu kwabumnumzana uMngomezulu ebuza yena-ke uBrigadier Gininda. Kufundeka-ke noma-ke kubhalwe ngale ndlela, mina Simphiwe Buthelezi ngisho-ke phansi kwesifungo ngayo-ke ngaso isiNgisi. ngiwumuntu wesilisa ngazalwa ngey-5 zika March 1974 ngihlala kwaNongoma eKwaZulu Natal angisebenzi njengamanje futhi ke anginayo ke nenamba yocingo ngiyamazi uqiniselani Buthelezi noma ke ngimazi nanjengomkhwanazi sibuya ke endaweni eyodwa eMahlabathini kwisigodi eMahlabathini kwaNongoma la esakhulela khona uyaziwa ke nanjengenkabi eNatali kanye futhi ke naseGoli uqiniselani ke unamaqala ke bulelesi amaningi awenza afana ke nokubulala ukutholakala ke nenhlobo ezahlukahlukene zeyibhamu ezinye ke zalezo ibhamu ke uqiniselani asebenzisa ukubulala abantu ibhamu ke ayithola ke kumuntu ke owaziwayo ke dayisa ke ngazo ibhamu igama lakhe kuNtanzi Mafika naye ke obuya kwaNongoma noma kwindawo yakwaNongoma uNtanzi Mafika umuntu ke othulile umuntu oyithuleleke akekho umuntu ke ongamsola umuntu ke ohambisa ke noma ke udayisa ngazo ke ibhamu kanye futhi ke nazo inhlamvu Bongani Mafika Ntanzi usebenza ke TA6MT eCarltonville ekuyilapho ke asebenzela akhona enkosenkantolo ngake ngifutha ke lokho kubhaliwe ke lana angikuboni kahle ke lokho ngizozama ke ukuthi ke ngikufunde noma ngikuzwisise ukuthi ke kusho ukuthini ukuthi ke abantu asebenza nabo ke usebenza ke nabantu baseLesotho abantu labo ke asebenza nabo abaseLesotho ibona ke abanikeza ke inkabi kanye nabanye futhi ke inhlobo ezahlukahlukene ke zeyibhamu kanye futhi ke nezinhlamvu nokuthi ke ngezinye izinkathi ke ibhamu lezo ke baqashisa ngazo kuzona izinkabi uqiniselani Buthelezi ke umuntu ke owaziwayo phecelezi ke oconnected kakhulu amanye amacala akhe ke ayakhishwa ke enkantolo uma ngabe eboshiwe uqiniselani ke ngezinye inkathi uqasha ke abantu ukuthi ke bamsizeke ngokuthi ke kukhokhelwe ke amaphoyisa kukhishwa imali khokhelwa amaphoyisa abeshushisi kanye futhi ke nazo imantshi kuba yinto ke futhi leyo ke ayiqhatshayo ke ngayo ngiyazi ukuthi ngoNovember ka2012 kwatholakala ke neAK47 kanye nezinhlamvu inkantolo izongixolela bhala lokho ke lana isandla ke lesi esibhalile lana waphinde futhi ke washo futhi ke ukuthi ke isibhamu kwakuyesabo yesikabongani Ntanzi uMafika Ntanzi wangitshela ke futhi ukuthi iAK47 yasetshenziswa ke ukubamba inkunzi eShoprite eFosloras ubongani Ntanzi kanye futhi nomunye ke umlisa igama lakhe ekuwunkani Ntuli kanye futhi ke nabanye futhi abantu abangaziwa lapho khona ke kwadutshulwa khona amaphoyisa ngoJanuary ka2014 ngathatha ke isinqumo sokuthi ke ngisuke kwaNongoma ngize ke eMaZulu hostel eFosloras ukuzozama ke ukuthi nami ke ngiyiphilise ukuthi nami ngenzeke imali ngahlala ke lapho ngisebenza ke taxi rank nanjenge marshal emoto kanye futhi ke neminibus noma ke ngingumshayeli wayo engimaziyo futhi noma ke kunomshayeli wetekisi oweza ke kumina igama lakhe ke utaxi driver ngosenkantolo inkantolo izongixolela ke ngosenkantolo uyasho ukuthi ke kweza umuntu kuyena ke erank noma ke etaxi rank umshayeli wetekisi efuna isibhamu la ekwaziwa kuyena ke umshayeli wetekisi efuna isibhamu ukuthi ke ayivikele ngaso washo ke nokuthi futhi ufuna ke isibhamu eseshisayo okusho ukuthi ke isibhamu ke esingena license futhi ke ekwakuyipistoli ngathi ngaleso sikhathi ke ngaxhumana naye uqiniselani ukuthi ke angihlanganise noMafika Ntanzi ohlala ke eGoli njengamanje uMafika Ntanzi waletha ke i9mm pistol ngayithatha ke ngayihambisa kuyena umshayeli wetekisi yona i9mm mina, kwaba yimina oyihambisayo. Wase ethola ke imali ngaso ke isibhamu leso ke esahanjiswa kanye nazo ke inhlamvu. Nanjengomuntu okuyena ke owasihambisa, ngiyaxolisa ngosenkantolo akubonakali kahle lokho kubhalo lana. uBongani Ntanzi wasebenzisa ibhamu ezimbili emzini thizeni eFosterus kanye futhi ke nendawo ke noma amaphethelo, futhi ke enemihlangano ke yasemaceleni noma ke imihlangano eyimfihlo ehosteli kanye futhi nabanye abantu, futhi ke wabatshela ke ukuthize kukhona ke angitshela kona. Ngikhuluma lana ke ngoJune ka2014. Kwakunesikhathi ngoOctober ka2014 la esasivamise ukuthi ke sihlanganeke noma sibe ndawonye ehostel kanye nalabo ke ababuya ke ekhaya kwaNongoma, noma ke omunye walabo ababuya emakhaya kwaNongoma igama lakhe uCarlos. Kwakunesikhathi futhi ke ngo2014 la engangivamise ke ukuthi ke ngihlale ke nabakhaya bami bakwaNongoma, amagama abo ke labo bantu labo ngosenkantolo uCarlos, uMaphisa, uNkani kanye noMuzi, kwigumbi la uGwabeni wayehlala khona. uGwabeni naye ke ubuya kwaNongoma. NgoNovember ka2014 uBongani Ntanzi la aqala khona ke ukuthi manje ke anginakeke, wayevamise ukuzongibona njalo nje ngezinye inkathi ke alethe isibhamu ukuzokhombisa abantu. Ngabona ke noma ngase ngiqaphela ke ukuthi manje kwangasiyena lo yaBongani engimaziyo, umuntu nje waba nokuyiqhelanisa, engasakhulumi ke nangendlela awayevamise ukuthi akhulume ngayo ngaphambili. Ngathi ke mangimbuza ke ngaloko wathi ke kukhona ke into emidlayo kodwa ke angingayihluphi ngaloko, uzoxazulula noma wayezoxazulula lokho. Waqhubeka ke edayisa ibhamu, edayisela yena uQiniselani kanye futhi nabanye abantu, ikakhulukazi ke kwaZulu Natal, ngoba yilapho ke eyidingeka noma eyifunwa khona kakhulu ibhamu ke ezingena license noma ke ezingenawo amaphepha kanye futhi nazo inhlamvu. Kwakunesikhathi la khona ke uNtanzi Mafika wayesebenza eCarltonville eRustenburg. Wathola ke isitolo ke esingcono eMTE, waqhubeka ke ehambisa ke noma ke edayisa zona ke ibhamu kanye nezinhlamvu. Kwakunesikhathi ke ngonyaka ka2017 la uBongani wadayisa i9mm kanye futhi nezinhlamvu edayisela yena uQiniselani. Leso sibhamu leso ke sasinegama laso noma ke sasinegama samenza noma sasimenza futhi ke uQiniselani ukuthi abe namandla nokuthi futhi ke egaja ke nokuthi futhi wayephethe ke isibhamu noma ke wayephethe isibhamu. Angazi ngosenkantolo lokho kubhaliwe lana, ipistol eyayine noma ke eyayenziwe ngendlela thizeni eyayise Phosphorus. Angazi ukuthi uBongani Mafika Ntanzi wasithola kuphi lesibhamu, and futhi ke wayengafuni ke nokuthi angibonise umuntu okwakuyena ke owayemnikeza isibhamu noma owayethola kuyena ibhamu. uBongani Ntanzi wayehlala eRustenburg futhi ke enza imali ngokuthola ibhamu. Ngezwe futhi kuyena uQiniselani ukuthi ke uBongani manje usenza imali eningi ke kuleso sifundazwe leso. Futhi kwakubukeka ke nongathi ke manje usehambisa ibhamu kakhulu eMarikana. uBongani Mafika Ntanzi wangibiza ke ukuthi ngizomvakashela eRustenburg ePhukeng, wangitshela ke ukuthi kwayegcina kuphi nala ezwa khona ke ekhuluma ocingweni kanye naye uMaphisa. Wangibiza ke ukuthi ngize ngizombona eCarltonville naseRustenburg la engamuzwa khona ke ekhuluma ocingweni, ekhuluma naye ke uMaphisa ukuthi ke benza umsebenzi omuhle ukuthi ke babulale ilunga leunion noma ke iunion member eMarikana, nokuthi ke uMaphisa kufanele aqinisekise ukuthi ke uGwabeni uyabakhokhela imali ngoba wayengafuni ke ukuthi ke alandelweke ngokuthi kusetshenziswe iaccount yebhange. ngezwa ke futhi ukuthi umuntu loyo owabulawa kwakuwumuntu omkhulu futhi ke umuntu onamandla. Ngase ngimbuza ukuthi naye usoqalile yini ukubulala abantu. Wathi yena ke kumina umsebenzi wendoda nokuthi ke indoda kufanele ke ikwenze lokho ngoba idinga imali ukuthi ke iphile ke impilo engcono. Ngase ngimexwayisa ke ngalokho. uBongani wayevamise ukuthi ke agcine ke ibhamu ke engekho iningi kuyena kanye futhi nezinhlamvu egumbini lakhe kwisikhwama esikhwameni kanye kwakunecover futhi kanye futhi ke nengubo. Ngangivamise ke ukuhamba phakathi kwaNongoma nePhosphorus kwindawo ngihamba ke indawo ethile ngithengisa ibhamu noBongani Ntanzi kanye noQiniselani. Kanye futhi ke uQiniselani manje kwayeseke ikhasimende lethu ngoba ke nenani ke noma ke iprice yayiseyikhuphukile. uQiniselani ngezinye izinkathi ke wayesazi isibhamu, wayevamise ukuthi asebenzise isibhamu ukubulala abantu. Ngase ngithola ke nami ukuthi ke uQiniselani wayenamacala amaningi awayewaboshelwa namacala ke ayephenywa ukubulala abantu. NgoJune ka2020 ngaya ePhosphorus ngezwa umuzi kanye futhi ke nentombi ke ayethandana nayo bekhuluma ke ngodaba olalucayi kabi la ashaya khona ke intombi ayethandana nayo mayela necala lika Senzo Meyiwa. Ubaba wakhe wakhokhela iphoyisa ukuthi ke icala lelo alisulwe. Ngamuzwa ke uBongani Ntanzi, uMaphisa, uCarlos kanye noNkani Ntuli ngezwa ukuthi ke nabo ke bayabandakanyeka ukubulawa kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa. Ngangicaseke kakhulu ke noma ngekangicasuke nganunwabo ngicasukele bona ngoba babulala ke umuntu wayebaluleke kakhulu kabi owaye ugoalkeeper ke goalkeeper ke weNingizimu Afrika webhola lethu kanye futhi nayo Orlando Pirates. NgoMeyi ka2020 kweza kumina ke noma ke ngavakashelwa uyena uSergeant uMabhena kanye noSergeant uMukhane abasebenzela ke amaphoyisa. Angazi ukuthi bangithola kanjani ngoba kwakuuCarlos ngoba angazi. Base bengibuza ke ukuthi ngazini ngoQiniselani Buthelezi kanye noBongani Ntanzi. uSergeant uMabhena wangitshela ke ukuthi mina ke ngidayisa ibhamu nokuthi futhi ngidayisela ke izinkabi ibhamu kanye futhi ke nezinhlamvu nokuthi ke abantu abaningi babulawa. Ilapho ke ngaqala khona ke ukuthi manje ke ngibe nokwesaba. Ngase ngisebenzisana nawo ke amaphoyisa ngabatshela engikwaziyo ngoQiniselani uBongani Ntanzi. Ngabatshela futhi ke ukuthi ngamuzwa uQiniselani ukuthi ngezwe ukuthi ke uQiniselani uboshiwe kwaNongoma. Base bengibuza ke ukuthi ke ngihlanganiswa yini ke mina neibhamu noNtanzi. Ngase ngibachazela ke ukuthi ke umina ke owaye phecelezi kubizwa ukuthi ke umiddleman ongaphakathi ke ohlanganisa ke umuntu ofuna isibhamu kanye naloyo odayisa isibhamu, ukuthi ukuhlangana kwami neibhamu kanye naye ke uNtanzi. Ngase futhi ngisho ke ukuthi lokho ke ngikwenzela nje ukuthi ngizenzele imali mina. Kwaba isinqumo esiphuma kumina ke ukuthi ke ngisebenzisane noma ngisebenze nawo ke amaphoyisa ukuthi ke ngwanikezeke noma ngidluliseke uBongani Ntanzi eRustenburg. Nge-16 zika June ngathatha ke amaphoyisa ngwayisa ePhukeng ngawabonisa ke noma ngawakhombisa ke indawo la uBongani Ntanzi ahlala khona. Ngamkhomba futhi ukuthi mina ke owamkhomba ngosenkantolo kuyena uSergeant Mabhena kanye noSergeant uMukhane. Ngaleso sikhathi leso ke uBongani wayengasebenzi kwakuyisikhathi ke secorona la dabhalwe ke iCovid-19. Ngiyimisele ukuthi ke ngiwathatheke amaphoyisa ukuyohlangana ke nabofakazi nabo-ke abasatshiswa uMntanzi, uMapisa, uCarlos Ntuli kanye noQiniselani, kanye futhi namanye-ke amagama Joseph Dambo. Ikona-ke lokho Nkosi enkantolo sasiyasayindwa-ke istatement leso uyena uSergeant Mugane ngo-2020 uJune ngeyi-16 isikhathi u2.
Yes, copies. Colonel, do you need time to read that statement in your own pace, or we can proceed? Because I was reading too fast.
Now we can proceed.
Thank you. Did you have, during your investigations, have sight of this information?
Not at all, my lord.
Ngesikhathi-ke sokwenza kwakho uphenyo sophenyo lakho-ke ingaba-ke lolu lwazi lolu-ke ingaba walibona yini lutho Nkosi enkantolo?
Now, coupled with the explanation given by Makimba Buthelezi, Qiniselani Makimba Buthelezi, and in what is contained in this statement, what is your comment?
No, my lord, I don't have a comment because Makimbo only said he bought in Gauteng. He never supplied me with the name or the place where he bought it. I was expecting from him that maybe he will say at the hostel, which hostel, and then I try to get the information. So he never gave me a direction as to where he bought this file.
Manje-ke kulokho-ke owakutshelwa-ke uMakhimba-ke ukuthi-ke isibhamu wasithenga eGoli, nalokhu-ke manje uthini-ke? Cha Nkosi enkantolo, akukho-ke engakusho ngoba-ke akazange ngitsheleke uMakhimba ukuthi kuphi nendawo eGoli noma anginikeze igama. Ngangilindele mhlasimpe ukuthi uzongitshela-ke ukuthi wasithenga-ke ehostel noba asho-ke ukuthi kuphi ngizokwazi-ke ukuthi angiye kuphi nendawo.
Let me try to ask the question differently. What is contained in the warning statement? Remember that part where he said, I bought the firearm for 1,800 in Gauteng? Remember that part?
Yeah, just one sentence.
That's
Stops.
one sentence, yes.
Khumbula-ke leyo ndawo ibhaliwe-ke lapha kwistatement sakhe ukuthi isibhamu ngasithenga-ke ngo-1,800 eGoli. Yebo, ilokho nje kuphela kwase kuphelela lapho.
And then what is contained now in this very lengthy affidavit? I want to hear your comment whether you understand this information was never placed before you at the time you're investigating the case against Qiniselani Buthelezi.
It was never placed, my lord.
Kulokho-ke kushoyo-ke manje kanye nalokhu-ke okude okuqeda ukufundwa-ke manje ukuthi-ke ngaleso sikhathi leso-ke awuzange ukutshelwe-ke wena-ke uphenya ngaye-ke uQiniselani Buthelezi ukuthi awuzange ukutshelwe lokho. Yebo Nkosi enkantolo angizange ngikutshele.
Now, with the benefit of hindsight as well as having listened to this statement, what will you have done?
As the court places, my lord, cause for speculation.
I do agree with my colleague, my lord, because the statement is long and winding. I think the proper way for the prosecutor to ask the witness is to refer the witness to that particular portion of the statement that he sees that it will benefit him. To rely on speculative hypotheses, it will not assist at all. Thank you.
Thank
Can
you.
you please record? This is a very same approach that the state actually objected to when the defense was asking this kind of question. Actually, the state said this is a prospective speculation which finds no legal application in our legal system. We have to bow down our heads and say the state is correct. I assume the state will also do the same when we're using their own words, that is a prospective speculation which does not find any application in our legal system.
Are you
They
saying-
should also bow down their heads and say we were wrong.
No.
Yes.
As I understand the evidence. Hello. Is that statement, was it not introduced by Gomezu?
That's correct, my
Please.
lord.
It was in, wait.
Okay.
It was introduced by Gomezu. That's how I understand it.
Yes, madam.
That's it.
Yes. But the question is,
No, I'm just saying it was introduced by Mgemezu.
that is not in dispute, madam.
Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
court can just
I
be a
thought,
little bit
I thought
patient.
maybe you're saying it's speculation.
No.
Oh, I see. Okay.
the court is misunderstanding the narrative here, and I'm saying that with greatest respect. Our objection is based on the question that has been asked by the state. If you had this information, in fact, the state says, did you, when you investigated the case docket, did you come across or did you have this information? Then the witness says, no, I never had it. Then the state makes a follow-up question and say, if you had it, what would you have done? And then you are standing up and saying, that is a prospective speculation.
Okay, fine. You
Thank
say
you.
speculation, doctor.
It's fine, my lord. I will ask the question differently. I will refer the witness to a paragraph. Some of the firearms that Teniselani used in killing people are supplied to him by a well-known gun supplier by the name of Bongani Mafika Ntanzi, who also comes from Nongoma area.
Page.
Just in the first few pages.
I remember the
This one you check.
Yes. Some of the firearms that Teniselani used in killing supplied to him by Wilma. Yeah, this one. So fine.
Yes, fine.
So, taking that into consideration and what is supplied in the winning statement, what will be your comment?
So if this, I knew it immediately after Teniselani gave that explanation that he bought it from Gauteng, then I was going to make a follow-up based on this part of the statement. So this statement by whoever obtained it, I think to the 2016 statement,
No, 2020.
2020.
Yes.
Yes. So Teniselani was arrested when 2018. So this is the 2020. So if Mohale, when he calls me and approached me, indicated to me, are you aware? I was a captain, are you aware, Captain, the firearm that you found, it might there's a possibility that this firearm sourced them from accused number 2, which is Dance. Then I was going to make a follow-up. So up until today, up until today, this came to my attention.
Manje ke uma kuwukuthi lokho obhalwe lana ke obhalwe ngale noma kufundeka ngale ndlela ezinye zeyibhamu uqiniselane azisebenzisa ukubulala abantu ibhamu ayithola ke kumuntu owaziwayo ke odayisa ibhamu igama lakhe uNtanzi Mafika nayo buya kwaNongoma ukuthi wawuzokwenzani ke ngakho lokho uma kuwukuthi ke ngesikhathi umukhanye ke exhumana nami engifonela ke istatement lesi sika 2020 uqiniselane yena waboshwa ngo2018 uma kuwukuthi ke ngesikhathi exhumana nami ngocingo umukhanye wangitshela ke lokho ukuthi ke ingabe uyazi yini ukuthi isibhamu leso owasithola ke lapho kuyena uqiniselani ke ukuthi isibhamu asithola ke kuyena umsola wesibili usho ukufakaza ukuthi ke uNtanzi khona ngangizothi ke ngilandelele kona lokho okubhaliwe lana.
And then what will be the result of the follow-up?
Oh, but then
What will be the result of you following up that information?
I was going to get it
Objection,
in.
ma'am. I've raised a silent point here, salient point, that which the state is embarking upon now is a prospective speculation. Now the state proceeds exactly on that same line of speculative, prospective speculation. So I don't know whether that is by the blessing of the court that no, in any event, let him proceed.
What do you mean by the blessing of the court?
I'm asking, my lord, because
No, you can't say that. I don't bless any witness in this court. I don't bless any counsel in this court. I'm just judging the case. How can you say by my blessing?
No, I understand.
No, just withdraw that, please. I
That
feel
is-
insulted. I
that
feel
is-
insulted.
I did not intend to insult you, my lord.
Yeah, it's an insult to me.
Let me explain
But
myself.
the blessing of the court.
When I say blessing, that is a Shakespearean language.
Never. I know English far better than you.
I understand that, my lord,
Blessing
but
of
that
the
is
court.
Shakespearean English. That simply means that the court allow the question, does the court allow the states to proceed that which is being referred to as prospective speculation or not? In other words, I'm requesting the court to rule on the objection. Simple as that. I'm not insulting the court, my lord. I'm too respectful
Doctor,
to do that, my lord.
They
My
say
father never taught me
you're,
to do
you're
that.
speculating.
No, I'm not speculating, my lord. It's based on facts. What is contained in the docket and what is contained in the statement. Only, I'm not asking him to speculate something that is not founded.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm sorry to advocate Baloy. When I rose up, my lord, I was succinct. I said objection calls for speculation. And in that respect, and I concur with Advocate Menesi, I expected the court, after all of us had objected, to rule and say, proceed with that line of questioning or you cannot proceed, because now that door is left open and my learned colleague is proceeding along the same lines where this witness says, I was not privy at the time of my investigations about the Simpiwe Buthelezi statement. Now, if we enter the realms of, if you had this, what you could have done, that's speculation, my lord, and we end it up there.
Yeah, fine. Yes, do you have any question? Further question, sir?
As the court pleases, my lord.
Hello?
As the court pleases, my lord, I am distracted. I see 7 minutes before 1. Can we adjourn for lunch? I'm requesting an adjournment, my lord, until 2 o'clock.
Because of the distraction.
Yes, my lord, I just want to gather my thoughts again. 7 minutes before.
And I hate the word distraction in this court.